Hey, welcome back to Morning Perfect Base. Some things have changed since you have last seen this place. I think the most marked change, I don't know if these are new or not. Probably the walls, though. You can see that I have a series of stripes on the wall, and those stripes correspond to doors. So that when someone's visiting, they can follow the stripe to any door. And each door, of course, has its own function and its own label. You can tell I was working with redstone prior to this. This is the library. You can see I've got 8 different enchanting tables, each one with different levels of books around it. I have this really nice stained glass window that is made to simulate the books on bookshelves. I've made some studying nooks. I may have to redo these a little bit as the wood textures do tend to run together. I've turned smooth lighting on as well. I'm not a huge fan of graphical improvements, but it looks a little nicer. And you can see I've put emblems which, if you've watched my Banana Viking videos, you've probably seen this personal symbol become a little more prominent over the past couple of weeks, months. You can see the stripes come all the way up here. I didn't really know what to do after that because it's just 3 blocks. If I put more colors in there, I felt like it would be confusing. You can see I need a little bit more work. I need to make a few more concrete blocks and make them white and put them down. So I've made these supports here. I am about 75% on these things. So let's go back into the storage room. You might remember this as a collection of cobble and carpet and chests stuck to a wall, buddy. Now it is a fully stocked restaurant with hibachi. And we've got a bunch of stoves over here, smelters, and different recipes on the wall using item frames. Common recipes, I forget them a lot. But I think they're going to be a little easier to work with now that I have them visually out in front of me. I moved my dye stuff out of here. This is currently redstone. I'm not sure how I feel about it constantly pulsing. I can, of course, switch. Each one of these is a different logic. That's obviously a not. That is and, either and. This is a both and. Wait, that's an or. It's an either or. This is an and switch. And this is an exclusive or. Only one of these can be true at a time to make this go on. That's why it blinks. This is my new dyeing room. You can see I have a dyeing thing in here. All my new chests. This is pantry. That's pure food storage. This is a combination stone cutting room, masonry area, which was not in the original spec because stone masonry didn't exist. So a little design. Again, if you've been following along, you've seen me originally explore this on the Banana Viking server. It's something I'm going to be keeping going forward. It's a little display of all of our masonable blocks. I really like it. It's another handy visual aid. And I had this wall. This wall is jungle. Jungle wood, jungle leaves, a little bit of space. It's open to the outside. There's a stairway that goes upstairs to the farms. Iron door, because this area is actually considered internal area, and therefore it's secured. And you can't just access it. Got some basic wood storage. You can see the different wood grains correspond to the wood in the barrel underneath it. And then there's just some miscellaneous storage around that. Just a few little things that I often need that I move from downstairs. Let's go back out here. So one of the problems, that's the wrong one. There's 2 iron doors. It's I put the buttons on different sides specifically so I wouldn't make that mistake. And I made that mistake. There we go. You can see I haven't worked on the courtyards yet. This is the southeast courtyard. I put a fossil in here because I've done, trees, leaves, and then further down we got the ground, stone, and then bam, it's fossil. The simulation of the smallest fossil they've got. A few of the pieces were replaced by coal, as what happens with actual fossils. And I'm going to do the top up here a little bit. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do full glass or just some stone or something else entirely to make that work. So let's get in. Haven't changed much about the aquarium. I eventually did this because I was tired of waiting out in the middle of this before I could start properly swimming. You can see I've done the walls of the brewing room to have a little more texture to them. They're not just plain old walls that I dug out of here. I finally made this look like the diagram, which is 2 brewing stands and the supplemental blocks here. In the water, I put up a red mushroom finally. Finally got a proper brewing cabinet here with the potions in their right place. Weird stuff in a place over here. Weakness potions and golden apples. And even this out a little bit. So you actually have lights in there. This is the garden. Again, disappointed in this garden. It was not as high as I thought it would be. There wasn't room here. I thought stairs going up to the library, stairs going down to brewing room. Bam, we'll just meet in the middle and we'll have enough room for trees. And we do. I'm glad the design is functional. And I've managed to supplement it by adding the bees. So this room makes me less sad now because of bees. Perhaps that is what are bees. I'm going to get some more honey while I'm in here. Initially I didn't like honey. I don't like how much glass it costs. I mean, you get glass back from it. That's weird. There's been plenty of time for that bee to get flowers and make more honey. Bees spend so long in the hives that it's difficult for me to breed them. But it makes it easier to move the hives. So there's that at least. Yeah. Glass back in there. Gonna go. Honestly, that's 90% of the... Okay, alright. The last of the new work is down here in the storage room, where I had someone who needed something from my storage room, and they could not find it. I'm like, well, it's the row. It's by the chests and the... Okay, look. Now, every row here has a different texture on the ceiling and on the floor. And you can just go down right side, left side, front to back. I don't need to number anything. I just need to remember the basic order that I use. Andesite, diorite. Whoop. Granite, diorite, andesite. Actually, I think... Fuck me. Fuck me. Don't do this to me, man. Oh, thank God. Okay, yeah, okay. Man, yeah, okay. There we go, checks out. So I initially wanted pillars in here. I put quartz pillars in here. Still need to do a little work on the ceiling, a little bit of detail work. Put quartz pillars in here. They were too big. Some unpolished diorite and diorite pillars. Looks way better. And some of the more detail work I've done is I took the pillars out of here. It had a look, but it contrasted with the simple look. This whole thing is about the well. And that took away from the well. Also, finally, put up my patio slash veranda slash gazebo here, which is the capstone of the larger structure. And gives me some more comfortable storage for my food and my seeds and whatnot. Did full storage. One of these was supposed to be coarse blocks. I flipped that up. I'm going to have to put more storage up here, probably around the edges. Maybe with their own crafting tables and their own little... Boop. I'm going to automate this eventually. Can you put these on their side? I don't know if you can put these on their side. It would be way more convenient for me, space-wise. If you put... Nope. It makes me only go one way up. Alright. So that's about 4 blocks tall worth of equipment. So I'll have to cleverly throw that in somewhere. Just so I can put extra seeds and wheat and things like that in there. And it'll automatically turn it into bone meal. And automatically put that bone meal into a chest. So, still have a thing here. And, oh man, still having trouble with these doors. Oh, Oh, this is something else I changed. Let me take a little sleep. I've still done almost nothing with the armory and the nether room. Those are going to be done later. I don't know if I made this catwalk. Catwalk goes all the way across now. Even has a second story entrance to the villager area, and there are actual villagers in here. Now, you can tell this hasn't been developed too much. I bought a bell off the dude. I leveled the dude up. Bought a bell. Got tools. Got tools in all of these rooms. Got plenty of villagers. Have so many iron golems. I don't know. I feel like I have an incorrect number of iron golems. There's at least, yeah, see, there's at least 5 of them. Boop. And there's like 1 or 2 more here. Yeah, it's 6. And these guys, they get kind of close to that fence. I don't like it. I don't know how they get on top of the fence, but they do get on top of the fence and they fall off. It is a pain in the ass. You can barely see. Yeah, that's what Derek's been working on over there. You might notice this is a little flatter than it used to be, with the exception of the massive creeper holes. Slowly working on turning this into a hunting ground. Over there is Diana's stuff, which basically consists of a path through the trees and a clearing, and then her getting bored and doing something else. But that's kids for you. Da-da. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all this redstone stuff up. I'm going to put this... Fuck me and fuck these doors. And I'm going to go ahead and work on my outer wall here. Put the redstone up. Put things. I just want to do something nice and simple. Nothing too complicated. Something with the ability. I feel like those pistons aren't going to do that. That's not going to happen with those pistons. There we go. You guys aren't going to get a whole row. Sorry. You guys are going to get part of a row. There we go. And quartz. And does the smooth stone not go here? Oh, and a dropper. Let's clearly get the dropper as well. Smooth stone, egg, dispenser. I'm going to put up my... Josh and I recently went to the end where we both killed ourselves a mess of shulkers. And he got an elytra and I got a dragon's head, and it was good fun. But we fooled around with the dragon as well. That wasn't like particularly great news. But damn, I forgot the switches. So we went in there. He'd never been there before, which was a bit surprising. He'd worked out, I think, he'd manually made a bridge to the far parts of the nether before. Because that's just what Josh does. And, I'd done the raid with the guys on the Banana Viking server before. So I kind of knew my way around. It was good times. Yeah. Put these smooth stones up. That's right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the exterior wall a little bit. Just to move some things along. Where is... Obsidian can... Oh, this is where my obsidian is? Okay. I feel like I need some more obsidian, to be honest. And going to get some stacks of sandstone. And... I guess maybe a stack of endstone as well. And one of glowstone. Those are parts of it. Boop. Could not believe that I had entire stacks of glowstone. I was completely shocked by that. Alright, and that's not going to be enough obsidian. Like, not by half. It's about midday. That is good news. Because it's been way too long. Way too long. Alright, so I've got the interior walls here done. I just haven't done the exterior walls. I just put up a diamond pickaxe when I should have kept that diamond pickaxe. Okay. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fuck me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then? Wait, so it's the 9th one or the 8th one? Damn it. It's the 9th one. Okay. Fantastic. How many spaces are between it? 4? I think there's a 5th one covered by perspective, do you? There has to be a 5th one. Only because... Oh. Okay, that's just 4? That's interesting. Oh, fuck me. Oh, I used stairs to create the... Alright. Alright. One, 2, 3. Boop. Meh. Come on. Don't make me jump. Don't make me jump. All right. So I did watch Star Trek Picard. This isn't like a formal thoughts on Picard thing, but it's good. It's good. I've seen a lot of hate for it. Seen a lot of love for it. I mean, I am always a little ill at ease whenever I agree with the guys who are like, "Oh, it has Star Trek on it, therefore I love it." It's like, well, that's not fucking. I was gonna say logical. It's kind of an obvious read, but yeah, that's insane. That's insane. Like, come on, man, you can't just love it because it's Star Trek. Love it because it's good, you know? Have some goddamn self-respect. Oh, wow, none of this is sandstone. Shoot, dude. I bamboozled myself. It's going to be a plate of... I'm put on dirt. And then... Oh, got a lot more brick for this. It's been a while since I've built these, honestly. Oh, hey, look at that. So that's 1 fountain, 2 fountain, 3 fountain, 4 fountain. This one's going to be kind of a recessed. Look, we don't tell anyone this, but I'm totally going to fill these things in with dirt wherever you can't see it. Because, I mean, for starters, anything that gets past the end stone and the obsidian isn't going to give two shiny shits about dirt. And I feel justified in that analysis. We're going to go further back, though. It's going to go all the way to the back. So that way I can put the stone brick markings on it. Honestly, I severely underestimated the amount of endstone endstone I would need for this. Yeah, so I'm going to fill this all in with dirt because, quite frankly, the last thing I want. No, that has to be dirt. Okay. Is to have enough voids for baby zombies to spawn. The worst thing that could happen is that a freaking creeper blows up and then bam, baby zombie jumps right out of the hole in the wall. That's clearly a worst case scenario, security wise. Because there has to be unless that V sticks out, there has to be something behind that. Yep, it's more endstone. Okay, congratulations. And that's supposed to be goddamn glowstone. Maybe, Chris, when you want to look at a template, you should actually look at the friggin' template. I gotta break all this freaking glowstone. late, which might actually be a lifesaver for me because I can go inside and stop embarrassing myself for a short amount of time. Ooh, boy, it's going to take a second. I'm glad that stone tools break this stuff. Courting danger. Am I back to that empty plain? Sun setting. Gonna put up some glowstone, some very explosive prone glowstone. So everything's gonna be fine. Lift all the endstone. That means that people might not be. It is really weird to me how light isn't additive in this game. Because it just sets illumination levels. It doesn't actually illuminate. Really? Just 2? Alright, fine. Fine, whatever. We're out of here. Alright, well, with that world tour and with me getting the wrong set of equipment to go out here. Ah, damn it. That's going to be all for me today. I'm going to get back on my bar. I'm going to call it a night. And I will see you later. Until next time, keep learning and keep asking questions.